till 2 in the morning last night and had to be up today at 6, so pretty tired. Okay, so this is gonna be like beauty related. I get asked this question all the time and it's kind of funny. So when I was in Dallas, it was like 1,000,000 degrees. The heat index was probably like 120K. It was hot. The humidity was crazy. Everybody's hair was flying away. And this is when we were on Segways, okay? So we had helmets on and it was just so hot outside. Well, anyway, I got asked a couple times like, how is your makeup like not sweated off? Like, how is it still on? And then the other day at work, people were asking like, how do you keep your makeup on? Like with all the kids running around, and it's very simple. So before I really got into makeup, I always would touch my face, just touch it all the time. 2 reasons that's bad. 1, because if you touch your face, obviously your makeup's gonna come off. Logic. 2, when you touch your face, you have bacteria and oils on your hands, and when you touch your face, then you get breakouts. I've been blessed to not have breakouts, so thank you for good genes. My #1 tip, truthfully, is just don't touch your face at all throughout the day. Not once. Just, it's kind of a hard habit, especially when you're in class and you're holding your head or your whatever. The second thing is, honestly, I think quality of your makeup. A lot of makeup, depending on what makeup you use, it will sweat off. I've been using the same foundation for like 5 years now. I use the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, which is just the liquid foundation. And then I set it with the setting powder, or I use the MAC Studio Fix powder foundation and I go over the top of it, and so it sets it and it just doesn't move. And of course I go over all of it with a setting spray. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you already know about this, but so I alternate. I like to use Too Faced's Hangover setting spray, and I like to use MAC Studio Fix. You guys, every time I do this with my lips, I get crazy amounts of compliments. I'm gonna tell you guys what it is. So the purple is Kat Von D's Roxy liquid lipstick, and I used it with her Everlasting lip liner. And then I took the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, the Sweets Glow Kit, and I just patted the highlight in the middle of my lips and then kind of spread it out. I'll tell you guys what happened at work. Oh my gosh, I was so fed up. Okay, so we're sitting in class and my kids, for some reason, decided to be extremely naughty. They were not listening for anything. So you always have those select kids who just want to cause chaos and just wreak havoc all the time. So I had this group of boys who just like to give me a hard time because boys, they were sitting by the fire alarm, like touching it, not like banging on it or anything, but just kind of like touching the outside of it. And I was like, guys, you don't touch it, and this is why, like, it'll go off, we'll have to evacuate, it just will not be fun. Like 2 seconds after I say that, there's a little girl over here standing on the table being crazy, so I have to go yell at her. I go over there, 30 seconds later, the alarm goes off. The fire alarm goes off, and honestly, it is the loudest alarm I've ever heard. Like, it's louder than any fire alarm I've ever heard in my house, in a school, so loud. So I'm like, oh my gosh, my students just pulled the fire alarm. Okay. Keep your sanity. Keep your sanity. That's when I'm like, okay, y'all are crazy. I was embarrassed. The entire building had to be evacuated. Oh my gosh, I felt so bad. I was like, guys, seriously? And the one who actually pulled the alarm, he's like, well, so-and-so told me to do it. I'm like, really? If he tells you to jump off a cliff, are you gonna drop him off a cliff? Probably not. My arms got tired. So yeah, that's how my day went. I also have this one kid who just has the hardest time. He doesn't listen. He doesn't like to listen. He always fights with all the other kids. He's always getting in trouble. Like, he's in the office every single day. I always tell my mom stories about crazy things that he's done. You know, he hasn't listened. He threw sand in my face, whatever. So my parents are both educators. So my mom was like, oh, he's the one that you're gonna miss. Like, whenever you leave, he's gonna be the kid that you're just like, you know, I really miss him. And I was like, no, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't have to deal with him anymore. Come to find out, today was his last day. I was like, oh. I went in for an early shift, so I was off super early today. And when I found that out, I was like, oh, okay. And then I got home and I was like, you know, I am gonna miss him. I am gonna miss him. So sad. Never thought I'd miss him, but here we are. Does anybody have that problem where they curl their hair and it just doesn't stay? So my hair is naturally curly. I'm sure you guys have seen it in my video. It's pretty crazy. So I straighten it, and then a lot of the times I'll go over it with a curler so that it curls like it's a cute curl, not like a natural curl. And I have no idea what this is. No idea. It's just, it died. I used dry bar products and everything and it still died. Rude. But guys, can we just appreciate how long my hair is getting? Oh my gosh, my lighting. Like, and I just cut it a few days ago. It's crazy. My hair has not grown in so long. I'm so happy. On top of that, I may or may not get extensions. I've been debating it for like 2 months. Well, a lot longer than that, but like seriously buying them for like 2 months. I don't know. They're expensive, and the last time I bought them, my mom threw them away. I spent like $300 on extensions only to have them go in the trash. I was like, okay. And they matched perfectly. It was with my natural hair. It's so hard to find extensions that match perfectly to your natural hair color. My hair's finally back to its natural color, so that's good. So I'm gonna try to find some hopefully soon, and we'll go from there. Also, let me just throw this out there. I did not shave my eyebrow. This is kind of like a trend that's been going around. It's just concealer. I did my eyebrows like normal, and then I put concealer over it. So yeah, didn't shave my eyebrow. I'd be way too scared to do that. Fake it till you make it. It's like everybody thought I had a septum piercing like back in November, December-ish, like last winter, because I always had the septum in, okay? And everyone's like, oh my gosh, like you pierced your septum. No, it's fake. It's fake. I've never had anything in my face, because I've had like a fake nose piercing, a fake septum. Yeah. Rest assured, no face piercing, just ears. Just my ears. And fingers crossed that Sarah and I are gonna get to go get our piercing together like next week. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you guys. Okay, I gotta go. Hopefully I'll finish this vlog. I'm tired. I took like 2 days off of vlogging, and not cool.